Stop the car! No! I'm a squeamo, blood clot murder and this.
It was a Friday night in Kingston, and I had just left my friend's house after a small get-together. We laughed, played music, and ate fried chicken and festival. I remember feeling so light, so happy, like nothing could go wrong. But it was getting late. The road outside was almost empty, and I knew I had to get home. I stood under a streetlight and waved down a taxi. A white Probox slowed down, and the driver leaned over. He looked like somebody regular uncle. Plain shirt. No flashy clothes, quiet face. I asked,
You going Alpha Tree?
He nodded quickly. Too quickly. But I didn't think much of it. I pulled the door and slid inside. The first thing I noticed, there was nobody else in the car. Strange, because Kingston Road taxis almost always have passengers. But I told myself,
Maybe I'm just lucky tonight.
the second thing? The way he kept staring at me through the rearview mirror. Not a normal glance. A steady, measuring look. I pulled out my phone to text my cousin, but the signal dropped. My stomach tightened. We drove in silence for a while, until suddenly he turned down a dark side road. Not the main route.
Excuse me, driver. This no look like Halfway Tree Road.
He didn't answer.
Driver!
Still nothing. That's when I realized the doors were locked. My heart started pounding so loud, I could hear it in my ears. I tried to stay calm. I said,
Boss, let me out right here, please.
He finally spoke. His voice was low, almost like a growl.
Me just take a shortcut. Relax.
But the deeper he drove into that lonely road, the more I knew this was no shortcut. The houses were fewer. The streetlights were gone. Just bush and darkness swallowing the car. I gripped my phone, even though there was no signal. My hand was shaking. I remembered something my grandmother used to say.
When your spirit tell us something wrong, don't ignore it.
So I acted. I leaned forward and shouted, loud enough to shake the whole car.
Stop the car! No! I'm a squeamo, blood clot murder and this.
The man's hands tightened on the steering wheel. He looked at me through the mirror again. And for the first time, I saw a small, cold smile. But then headlights flashed behind us. Another car was approaching fast from the main road. I didn't wait to think. I pulled the door handle with all my strength. By some miracle, the lock clicked open. I pushed the door and tumbled out, rolling onto the gravel. My knees scraped, my palms burned, but I was free. The other car slowed down, and I screamed, waving my arms like mad. The driver, a woman, stopped and jumped out. She helped me up while the Probox driver sped off into the night, vanishing like he was never there. To this day, I don't know what his true intentions were. Maybe robbery. Maybe worse. But I know one thing, if that other car hadn't appeared, I might not be here to tell this story. That night taught me something. I'll never forget, never ignore, the feeling in your gut. And in Kingston, sometimes the taxi you take home might be the ride that never brings you back. Please subscribe, like, comment, share.